Hey Leo, welcome to your February 2020 love and intimacy readings. I normally do general readings, not based off love necessarily, but since it's the month of Valentine's Day, I figured I would do love and intimacy readings. This is going to be for Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising, and Leo Venus. So if you are a Leo Sun and you watch this and it does not resonate with you, you may want to go ahead and listen to your other placements because those could resonate more with you at this time. And vice versa, if you are not a Leo Sun, but you have a Leo Rising, Moon, or Venus, you may want to listen to this because you could get something out of it as well. As always, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. And please remember, these are for the general collective, so they're not going to resonate with everybody. And also, if you like this content, please be sure to click the bell below so that you're notified of new content as it comes out. All right, let's get started. This is February 2020 Love and Intimacy readings for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, I'm going to use my John Holland Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck. So it's like a tarot deck, but a little bit different. All right, let's see. I'm like coming out of the dark. That's what I'm getting for Leo energy right now. Like coming out of the dark. Maybe some of you have been like in a funk or feeling a little low in your relationships. By the way, when I say love and intimacy, they don't always have to be romantic, although most of the times that's what we're referring to. But it could be any connection, any relationship in which you have a heart-to-heart connection. So it could be family members, it can be friends. It doesn't necessarily always have to be romantic. But again, you will know where to apply it for you. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you have been in like a funk the past couple of months. Your energy might have been a little bit lower. You've been really like just kind of into your own world, into your own thing, and maybe like avoiding what's been going on around you because you just either maybe you didn't want to deal with it or you just felt like you had more important things to tend to. But it feels like February is going to be a month of like, I keep coming out of the dark. So it's like things being brought to light by your choice. So you're bringing things to light into your relationships, into your connections for one way or the other. Let's see what the cards want to say though. But that's just what I get off the bat. All right. Okay. So yeah, coming out of the dark, like I said before, you're seeking the truth. You want answers in regards to relationships in your life. So it could be maybe you're waiting on an answer from someone, or you yourself are just like trying to figure it out. But it looks like you're going to be going through this time of like strengthening the bonds and that you want to strengthen and being able to move forward for yourself in a good way and shine. Like this is actually your card because Leo is ruled by the sun and the sun shines, right? So in order for the sun to shine for you, you have to really, it's like really go within and look at the bonds that you want to strengthen and what you need to do to strengthen those bonds. And honestly, advice here for those of you that are involved in any kind of connection that might be suffering or like, or maybe you just don't feel like you're being heard. The advice kind of is like to do something creative for yourself and see if like the people in your life want to be a part of that, because that could really help you. Remember, not everybody has to do or like the exact same things as you, but there's something about like doing creative stuff together with the people that you're trying to strengthen the bonds with. Now, this could also go the other way, which would be if you have already tried that and that has not worked, then it's time to go back within for more answers. Because again, there's this sense of like, the answers aren't going to come from the outside. The answers are going to come from the inside. So even though you have been inward, focusing on your work or your own personal stuff, it's almost like you've still maybe kind of been avoiding certain things, maybe the way you feel. But this is saying like if you've done things to change situations and you're still not satisfied in some way, then it's time to go back inward, go back within and seek out what it is that can be maybe done differently to get you what you want. Because again, there's like a well-deserved reward here But it's not going to happen until you come out of the dark. I don't know why I keep getting that statement for you, but I do. And embracing everything that you find. I feel like a lot of you, there's this need to be out in nature a little bit more. Like maybe you've kind of been, maybe some of you have been sick, or I mean, I know a lot of people have been sick, but maybe some of you have been like down and out with a cold or haven't really been able to get outside depending on where you live. But this is about like really getting in touch with deeper with yourself, but that's going to happen by getting outside and getting into nature, doing maybe some kind of like light meditation, going into your like spiritual center here. Also, the sign of Cancer had the same thing. I feel like a lot of you have been experiencing Kundalini activations. So you could be getting like random sensations in your body or chills, or you're just having like your intuition could be enhanced and heightened. It's nothing to freak out about. It's just, you know, part of the process. Like you're waking up, you're seeing things differently from a higher perspective. And you're almost like ready to take action, I want to say, because you're going to get what you need and want. It's almost like avoidance could be the key, could have been going on here for a little while, and it had something to do with issues of power, like personal power, coming into your personal power and recognizing maybe the ways in which you could have been giving it away in your relationships, or the ways in which you need to give some up if there's too much pride, because Leo is a prideful sign. So sometimes it could be that you're the one with too much pride, or the other person are having too much pride. And anyways, it's like you really need to come out of the dark and own that part, face up to it in order for it to really change, because it's not going to change unless you change. That's the important thing. Yeah, and then you've got love. So, and learning to listen, not only listening to others, but I think this is more about like listening to yourself, listening to your own inner compass, your own intuition, which I feel like lately you've been out of touch with just because you've had a lot going on, or you might just have been trying to avoid it for whatever the reason. There's definitely an element of healing here once you kind of like release what needs to be done or said. I also feel like some of you could be feeling very alone right now, like nobody gets you, nobody understands you, so why bother? Like a little bit of woe is me here energy that I also feel needs to be released. Yeah. So I mentioned this in I think it was my new moon video. There's something about like getting in touch with like-minded people. So getting into groups with people that share the same interests as you so that you can express yourself creatively. Leo's a creative sign. It's this, you know, it's the 5th house. It's all about creativity. So if you're not doing things to be creative or that get you in touch with what you're naturally good at, you're not going to really feel fulfilled. It's not going to come from the outside. It's so important. This keeps coming up here because I feel like a lot of this is more about, yes, it's about your relationship with others, but lately there's this element of you feeling like even though you have connections in your life or you have relationships in your life, you're feeling like you're still feeling kind of alone or you're feeling different. And I guess this is like about figuring out why, maybe talking to people about it or you know, and then really listening to what they say. Also taking chances and yeah, wow. You have a lot of 2s, Leo. So that's all about like finding balance and unions and partnerships and things like that. So that's actually a good thing. There's like a lot of bonding present, but you have to spread your wings. It's funny. It's like saying, you know, you need to literally fly in order to find these, I guess, happy, you know, beginnings or experiences that you want to have. And it seems like I also feel like for a group of you that are watching this, you're involved in like a lot of different things. It could even be like a lot of different relationships, or you know, you're spread too thin and you're like out of balance because of that, because your energy is like all over, where it's, you know, if there's 1 or 2 situations that need your attention, then kind of prioritize those and go there, because it feels like you're a little scattered because you could be passionate about a lot of things. And because of that, it's like, it's kind of causing you to feel, you know, all over the place. So overall, it just seems like, yes, you know, you are here, you are present, and your connections are there as well, but there's like, you're feeling this division in them. It doesn't really feel like problems per se. It just kind of feels like you feeling like not happy or like maybe not getting your needs met, or maybe you're the one that's not meeting the other needs of people, you know, the people involved or person. And there's something about having to listen, to see, have these conversations so that it could either you know, so it could get fixed, I guess, right? And then you could feel good. Because it just feels like a lot of you are not feeling, you know, very good right now. Like your solar plexus is all about your personal power, and that's what's coming up here. So I feel like for a lot of you, there's something about balancing that too. So again, finding the creative stuff that you enjoy, and then maybe bringing other people into it with you to strengthen the bonds. That could be like, what, you know, if you like to cook and say your friend or your partner or whatever doesn't, like maybe go together and take a cooking class. I don't know, just like do like little things to like maybe bridge the gap or make it closer. All right, let's clarify with the Romance Angel deck. Let's see what else we could get. I also feel like a lot of you could be like having dizzy spells or something like that. I definitely feel like you need to drink more water. There's something about not drinking enough water, and also electrolytes, like balancing out your electrolytes. Which, like, a really easy way to do that is by putting a little Himalayan sea salt in your water in the morning. Like just like one turn of the shaker helps to balance the electrolytes. So if anybody needs to, if anybody's been experiencing that dizziness, that might, it's just energy. We might need to drink more water and do some electrolyte balancing. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And then you deserve love. You are lovable. Whoa, I feel like this whole reading just went from like, you know, average to super intense. So hold on, because I'm feeling like a lot of energy with these messages. And then separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay, these don't have to be taken so literally, so like don't freak out about this card. I mean, this could literally, let me get one more. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. That's like what I said before about like doing things together. Okay, so this could go one of two ways, and actually I'm going to give two different scenarios because I know that these are for a broad, you know, a large audience, so take what resonates, throw away what doesn't. But I feel like for some of you, you could be in a relationship or in a connection or in a situation that you feel maybe a little bit like either you feel responsible for someone else or they kind of feel responsible for you, or I don't know, whichever way it goes, but there's a little bit of like a codependency there. And it's like, maybe you're not going after what you want, or maybe going after what you need, or saying what you need to say because you're like afraid, or you don't feel like you're worth it. But this is kind of telling you that whatever you want, it's like you could have it because it says worth waiting for. So, and divine timing is at work. So yeah, so there seems to be like, I mentioned at the beginning that a lot of you are probably experiencing like Kundalini activations, you know, more intuitive stuff. So this could be like saying to you, divine timing really is at work here, and that you're not imagining that. And also to know that you deserve love and that you are lovable, and that it's like funny too because she's pointing her arrow at the mark. So it's like maybe you are single and you have your eye on somebody, but you don't feel like you're worth it, and maybe you feel like you're stuck on someone else. I don't know. It could be several different scenarios. So apply it where it needs to. But also for some of you, this could be literal, like time apart from a partner is on the horizon, or maybe even like just time to yourself. And then bringing back that playfulness into your life, which is also, you know, Leos are like a creative fire sign. They're fun, they're, you know, vivacious, they're playful at their best, right? But at their lowest, they could be very brooding and, you know, kind of like what I saw here before, feeling alone and not really talking to anybody, or feeling like, you know, nobody understands them, when in reality, you maybe just need to like come out of the dark and open your mouth and release things, and then things will just sort of like speed up and come together. But there's also this element of like waiting as well. So I guess knowing when to, you know, sit back and when to move is important. So I think overall February should be a pretty, you know, solid month for you of like speaking your truth, finding your truth, working towards your truth, feeling better about yourself, but having to do the work and get out into nature a little bit. There's something there about that keeps coming up, like getting outside, you know, listening to the birds, you know, whatever. You know, it could be really good for you. And I guess that's it. I'm not going to keep going because I kind of feel like this is done. So, all right, Leo, well, have a good month, and I'll be back with your March reading next month. Take care.